Hello and welcome everyone to the first ever episode of the Triple Double Africa podcast. I'm your host Levi Bass, and our first guest is nothing short of an icon in the African basketball scene. He's a Cape Verde international as well as a Creole star player and co-founder alongside his brother. I'm honored to introduce 6'4" shooting guard or small forward Joel Almeida.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Levi, to having me on this podcast. It's an honor, and I'm blessed to be here. And hopefully, we can have a pleasant conversation going forward, talking about many various subjects. But thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Joel. You mentioned you're in Lisbon currently. Do you mind explaining what's going on there?
Oh, yes, I'm currently in Lisbon. I'm with the Cape Verde national team. We are in training camp preparing for the AfroBasket 2025, which is going to be held in Luanda, Angola, from August 12th to the 24th. So we've been here a few weeks in Rio Maior. It's about an hour north of Lisbon. So uh, a, it's been great here, practicing and training, great training facilities, great people. So
For
it's
sure.
been a blessing here preparing for the AfroBasket.
That's great to hear, man. I'm going to ask you a little bit about that a little later on in the podcast. But for now, let's go back to the very beginning of your career, before Creole Star and your Cape Verde national team dreams were even thought of. How did you first get into basketball?
It's a funny story. I got into basketball when I was 15 years old. Before then, I was playing football, if you say soccer in a sense, but it's
Yes,
football.
yes.
Uh, so I was playing football, and then during physical education, one of basically my classmates said, "Oh, you kind of tall, you look athletic, come play in my club U16." So I went there and haven't looked back since. So I played in the U16, and then from there I moved to from Cape Verde to US, where I finished high school, and then I went to college. And first is I went to junior college, Mohawk Valley in upstate New York. And then I transferred to Brockport College, also upstate New York. And from 2009 until now, um, start playing my professional career in a sense. So played in different countries from Portugal, Spain, Greece, Cyprus, Georgia, even in um, even in Africa also from Angola, Cameroon, many other places with the national team since 2009 also. So it's been a pretty extensive career, not only professionally, but with the national team. A lot of games, a lot of continents, a lot of countries. But it's been a blessing being able to experience the world uh, through basketball and also to achieving uh, basketball in the highest stage.
That's absolutely incredible. I mean, to hear someone who started, I'd say fairly late, your basketball journey, to see where you've gone with it and how you've taken the sport and made a career of it and made such an amazing professional and international career is absolutely amazing, as I said. You've played in many countries, as you mentioned, Portugal, Cyprus, Greece, etc. Have you learned any lessons adapting to different cultures, different styles of play? It seems like it would be quite a cultural shock as well as on the basketball side of things.
Uh, I would say it was amazing playing in all these countries because every country have their own culture and also their own style of play. With that, I think that helped me tremendously, not only to grow as a person, but also to as a basketball player, because being exposed to different styles, different uh, style of plays, mindsets, cultures. So it only made me increase my not only basketball IQ but also the experience. So like this, it also helps you in a basketball court when not only you face different teams, but also to uh, you can adapt anywhere you go and play. Because nowadays it's all about adaptability uh, and how resilient you can be, because you cannot be just one-dimensional player. So you have to constantly evolving, always be a student of the game and keep learning, and and it will help you not only as a person but also as a basketball player, bringing your game to the next level.
You really touched on a word that I was going to bring up as well, adaptability. For a basketball player, for any athlete, it's incredibly important. And you've got some amazing skills, obviously, learning over the years. How would you describe your playing style in 3 words on the court, obviously?
I would say efficient, I would say smooth and unorthodox. Uh,
Unorthodox, I like
Basically, when I started, the funny thing, when I was 15, I was started as a post player.
that.
uh,
You played as a big.
because I was a little bit taller than everyone. So
Yes.
they said, "You tall, you are five," basically. So, but it all helps you because from there, yeah, learn the footwork, learn the finish. So as I went on, uh, during my college career, I was 4-3. I kind of got out of the five. I went 4-3, and now professionally I'm a 2-3. So I
Yeah.
kind of went through all the positions but backwards. So, but that gives you all that, all the tools in the toolbox to know those positions, the nuances of that. And it's a blessing to go through that journey and know you can play those positions, even though the height is not there. But to be a hybrid, to be someone that whatever position you put in, you can make the best out of it.
Yes, for sure. And knowing how your teammates like feel playing in that position is obviously also important. What do you believe is the biggest strength that you bring to your team on and off the court?
I would say on the court is, I would say my shooting, because it helps to space out basically if you have someone who's a good driver, the post player. I think that's one of the things that can help, space out the court, give them more space, because of the gravity I extract from being a good shooter. And then off the court is, the discipline, mentality, and hard work.
Discipline, mentality, hard work. You've put it perfectly there with those 3 words. So, a major part of your journey that we haven't really touched on is starting Creole Star and the CBL alongside your brother, Ivan. This has really unfolded, or both of them, into very special projects. How did they come about?
Um, Basically, the CBL started, I would say, 3 years ago. I wanted to implement a project in Cape Verde that would be a platform not only for athletes but also teams, uh, as a way of sustainability, but also to a platform for our talent to expose uh, to the world how good they are. Cape Verde has been on a great trajectory as far as the Cape Verdean basketball. We reached the pinnacle of being in the World Cup in 2023 in Japan, but we needed a product that's ours. And it started with I believe it would start with the league to have something that not only will expose the talent, but also to help them with, having a more professional setup, a more sustainable way where players can see a way out, because as you know, a lot of in the continent, the leagues are very not well structured. But that's what I was trying to bring, the professionalism, the structure, the media component to it, which was very important because since day one in the CBL, all the games from Team 1 all the way to Team 8 was broadcast on our digital platforms and our local partner for the TV. So that was very important to implement to also to create the environment in the country where companies would sponsor the team so they can get a return on investment. So the media component was very important and crucial to have that jumpstart day one. And Creole Star came about as an intersection of CVL, but also a project me and my brother started in 2015, which was a foundation was a way to give it back to the community. So fast forward, we started the CBL, and then I said we need to have a Cape Verdean team in the BAL, and we have to compete through the road to ball. So hence we created a team. Uh, we based it on our foundation because Creole Star is, I say, Creole means you Cape Verdean star. Creole stars in the north. So we use that name as a branding and as a name to have as a team we construct that will represent Cape Verde in the biggest stage of the African continent, which is the BAL. So we created a basketball team in 2024, and we competed in a road to ball on two windows. First was in October in Libya, and then in November in Nairobi, Kenya, where we punched our ticket to the BAL season 5.
It's been an amazing ride, the story of Creole Star. Cape Verde, a country of about 500,000 people, I believe.
Yes.
To see a team, I mean, you guys are the smallest nation to ever be represented in the BAL, and Creole Star made it to the playoffs. I watched them live in South Africa, and I loved watching them. The style of play you guys had, it was just a special experience watching a team like that, knowing the story behind it uh, in the BAL was just very special. So, congratulations for that. Uh, I'd like to know from you, what are your goals for the next 5 years with Creole Star?
I mean, with the Creole Star, we had a great success in the road to ball. We went back to the drawing board and trying to see what we can do better to play in the BAL. And after we qualified for the playoffs, we trying to go to the playoffs with the mentality to go to win it. And I know we didn't achieve it, but I would say we finished around the top six teams because we won our classification game, but we lost to the team that actually won the BAL. So I
Yes.
believe we have a great showing as overall as a for a first year team, and in the end we basically ran out of I say um, we ran a little short of what we was trying to achieve, but I want to congratulate everyone that was involved, our all the players, everyone that put forth uh, everything on the line, that give everything to the team, not only for the team, but the pride of the nation. That was really important. And to represent Cape Verde and represent African basketball above everything else. We had an amazing coaching staff. Our coach Hugo Salgado, assistant Antonio Moreira, our strength and conditioning coach Paulo Fernandes prepared us. Our physio, which is Maurino, helped us recover. Our doctor kept us at good health. Team manager Althea Ramos. So everyone that's on the background that people doesn't know, but it's always good to mention them so they know that their work is valuable. Our From our ball liaison Grace and Nathan Ramos, who did our marketing, and also our president, who was played a major role on not only us getting um, to play in the road to the BL, but also to in the BAL. And it was a team effort, not only on the court, off the court. And thank you to all the players. And our goal in the next 5 years is to be a powerhouse in African basketball. We have I say we have what it takes. In year one, was a lot of up and downs. It was a great learning experience. But what we were trying to do on the fly for being a first year team is to adapt to the situation, resolve everything that we can. And I believe we showed we had great results. And now is to build on it and learn from our mistakes, and then improve in every area as possible. So you don't a champion is not built in one day, but now we know the roadmap. Now we got the pathway to have a great team competing in the BAL in the years to come. And I believe this is only the start. And we showed on the court our style of play, the players that we have, that we can compete at the highest level. Now, like I said, it's one thing to be there, the other thing is consistency. And that's what we got to prove year in and year out. And that's the work that we have to do uh, overall to be at the top team in BAL.
Well, there's not much I can add to that. With that attitude that you've got, it looks like a recipe for success. Just obviously to keep going with Creole Star, keep doing what you guys are doing because, I mean, clearly it's working, whatever it is, as you said, with the discipline and consistency. And all this work with Creole Star, with the CBL, and everything you've done in the African basketball and Cape Verdean basketball scene has earned you the BAL Ubuntu Trophy. And so a major congratulations for that. I'd like to know, how do you feel about winning that award?
Uh, it's an honor, man. It's an honor and a privilege to be in a position to receive this such prestigious award, but also to be recognized for the impact that you have done in your home country. And from day one, that was the goal of those two projects. And is to elevate, uh, to put everyone in better position to keep growing the game and to be a positive influence in your community. So for me, I'm more than proud to receive that award, but I'm even more happier the impact it had of the projects in Cape Verde in basketball, because my main objective was to elevate Cape Verdean basketball, put us in the forefront, because I believe we belong there. We have what it takes to be there, but now it was a matter of vision and execution.
Well, people like you are what make African basketball so special. It's these obviously some countries, I'm not saying Cape Verdean specifically, I'm just saying I know there's a few African countries that struggle with structure, and people like you going into basically putting structure in place for African basketball to to obviously shine, and Cape Verdean basketball. It's really special. So well done on that award once again. I'd like to know from you, you seem obviously very involved in basketball. What keeps your life balanced outside of basketball?
Working my life balance. I have a great family. My wife, Althea Ramos, which was also as a team manager on the team. So it's basically a family affair, but but she was great at what she does. Her background is media. She was doing a lot of hats with management and everything. So she keeps me balanced, and we have a 2-year-old son, Jonah. And also to my family back home, my mom, my dad, my brother. So I'm very family oriented, very family focused. If I'm not working, I'm with them. And for me, that's the biggest gift, is to be around your family, and to do work that have positive impact on your community.
Well, the work you guys have put together alongside your brother, your wife, and everyone you mentioned has truly been amazing. It's really special to see how you've balanced your life, obviously, with that. Is there anything that fans may not know about you, like a hidden talent or anything like that?
Hidden talent. I don't know.
Well,
If you
I guess a good start would be that you played football.
Yes, I play football. I mean, as you're young, you experiment and you try with many sports. It's the most important is to stay active, and then as you grow, you try to find the one that you want to move. But I would say my talents is like the physical ability, obviously basketball and playing other sport like football. I would say I'd say I'm all, um I'm all about work, trying to execute, get things done, trying to think of different things that you can do to progress the game in Cape Verde and also in the continent. I'm with easygoing person, very open mind uh, on what things and trying to have this mentality of this sort of holistic worldview of things that you can do, to improve where you are. And I believe that's the way everyone as a human being can try to do is elevate the next one, the person next to you, because if everyone is well, we all as a whole will move forward, and that's the thing. So for me, I'll be happy if one person was changed with my action, and that person can change the next one, and I believe that's what I believe in. And this is I'm a pretty simple guy. No hidden talents or no hidden powers. Just just a guy trying to be better every day.
Yeah, that's amazing. That really is. And you keep touching on the fact that you're really proud of your country and your nation of Cape Verde. How how does representing your nation, which not a lot of athletes get to do, how does that uh, feel?
I mean, that's the biggest pride that I have, to represent the country, to fight for the colors of your flag, and and not only that, and to represent your country in the biggest stage of African basketball, and also to in the world, and to be a contributor to that. So for me, it's all about pride, and I'm very proud to be a member of the Cape Verde national team. I'm very proud of the work I do to elevate Cape Verdean basketball, and I'm very proud, to carry the flag everywhere I go. So, because I believe we are the biggest ambassador of the country, and we try to leave a mark everywhere we go and on everything we do.
Okay, that's spot on, I'd say. It's really special how you like put yourself as, how do I say this? You put yourself as someone representing your nation with absolute pride, and it's just really special to see. And some other exciting news is that you're approaching your 40th birthday in October.
Yes, I'll be 40 years old, and I guess that's a big birthday, but I see it as I say, as a testament not only of time, but also to of longevity. And I hope that I keep playing the game as much as I can physically and mentally, but I will keep doing it as long as I say, I'm physically and mentally capable of. And I'm very grateful to be healthy and continue to perform at a high level.
Well, as a senior player in the national team, in all of your teams really, you are an absolute inspiration to all the younger players. How do you lead by example? Well, this is actually a stupid question because you just doing what you do is leading by example. But what's your mindset like leading by example with the youth of younger players in your team and also younger players looking up to you off the court?
It's all about leaving your legacy and also leaving the experience that you've done over the years. I'm approached with a lot of players that talk to me, and I'm very open to give them advices, show them the way. And for me, it takes great satisfaction knowing that young guys that are approaching um, more experienced players and trying to learn from that experience because basketball in life, that's what it's all about. You learn from the elder and try to improve yourself and then add obviously your flavor to it, but you know learn learn from experience is a very, very important thing because for you not to commit the mistakes, for you to know the right way to approach things, and that can help you, say, spring forward a lot of things forward instead of you having to go through it yourself and learn from it. So
Yeah,
I think it's very important and it's very good that young people look up to the more experienced players, say, okay, uh, help me or advise me, and that can help you great not only in your career but also to you elevate yourself as a person.
for sure. I mean, and the youth, they have someone very important or very special to look up to in yourself. So I want to touch a bit on African basketball, and I want to know from you, is there anything that makes African basketball so special? Obviously, like it is a very special thing, how we play and the style, just the cultural style of African basketball.
uh, African basketball, we are the biggest exporter of talent in the
No doubt,
world for
no doubt.
European continent, American continent. We have all the raw talent in the continent. African basketball, it's great, and it's one thing that's good that the BAL was implemented at having our own product, our own league, and we have to keep building upon it in every generation and every player that's been playing in the BAL. Um, my goal, I know, but the goal is to live a good legacy, and the future players can keep, building on it. And African basketball, I believe, it's we have all the talent. Our talent pool is amazing, but and also too we have a rich history and a
For
colorful
sure.
entertainment part of it. Everything that does culturally, you go to the South Africa. When I was in South Africa, for instance, all the dance, the performers, the entertainers. That same thing that happened when we played in Senegal. So those part it shows how rich the African continent is, not only on sports but on the entertainment side also, with the performers and everything that goes around the game of basketball. So we have the talent. Now it's time not only to build on the talent and also create, and we have to look to have something of our own and to keep building on something that's ours. I think that's the most important thing for us to elevate the continent because we have everything. Now we have to come together and keep building on our own product.
Absolutely. The talent is there. It's just we need to make sure the talent goes to the correct place, I guess, and the talent becomes legacy. I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yes.
So the next segment, which will be our last on the podcast, is what I like to call the quickfire section. I'm going to ask you, I think it's 6 questions, and I just want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. Let me get ready.
You can make it quick.
Hopefully, there's no trick questions.
No, no, no. It's not
No, I'm
really.
just playing. I'm just saying. I'm trying to,
Okay, great.
man, I'm trying to focus on that. Go ahead. You
So
ready?
let's start. Favorite African city to hoop in?
I'll say Praia. Cape Verde.
Okay, well, that's Cape Verde. That's your hometown, to be fair.
Yeah, hometown.
Toughest player you've ever guarded?
Shh. My brother,
Ivan.
Ivan. I like it.
Ivan, your go-to pre-game song?
Ooh, it's called. It's by Mark Delmond.
I'll go have a listen to him.
Yeah,
Most underrated African basketball player?
underrated. Ooh, Carlos Moraes, I think.
Good answer. Can't argue with that. I've got two more. Best trash talker you've ever faced?
Trash talker?
Yes.
It's been plenty. I don't know what specific.
Okay, no problem.
uh,
And last one, the best dunk of your career.
Best dunk of my career. I would say, damn, in Cape Verde in our championship, in a championship game in the playoffs against Seven Stars, I think.
Okay. So thank you so much for joining the podcast. It's really been a pleasure to just hear about your story from the beginning to Cape Verde national team and Creole Star and everything you've had to offer. It's just been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And I can't wait to chat a little bit after the podcast. And yeah, best of luck for the future and with the Afrobasket and everything else.
All right, thank you for having me, and I want to leave a message of thanks
I was
of.
actually forgot to ask you that.
No worries. Um, I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved in not only with me but in the projects. It starts with my parents. They've been very supportive, and my wife, my brother, also to all the companies back in Cape Verde who's been very happy to work with, and it's been helping us propel Cape Verdean basketball forward, not only with the CBL but also the Creole Star. Um, all the government from the Institute of Sports to the Minister of Sports. That's been critical in helping Creole Star and in the CBL, and also to our staff already spoke about in the Creole Star, and our president Joe, and also to our angel investor. It wasn't for him, Paul Bragle, who's been instrumental in uh, getting us to the Road to the Ball and the BAL. So those are the special people you would like to have in your corner, but also to the special people that'll help us, on everything that we do. And above all our fans out there, thank you for the support, the growing support that you have. Continue to support us, and the new ones that we're gonna have. And thank you. We're gonna welcome you with open arms, and we're gonna do everything in our power to make Cape Verde proud, but Creole Star proud, and elevate Cape Verdean basketball to the highest level, not only on the continent but in the world stage too.
Well, that's a message to you guys. Everyone must tune into the Afrobasket upcoming and watch you guys play. Watch everyone from Africa play. It's just going to be an amazing tournament in Angola on the 12th of August, I believe.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. Everybody tune in. All the African nations are going to have top talent, great basketball for the month of August. So stay tuned and stay locked in.
Okay, and thank you to everyone listening. Joel, it's been a pleasure, and we'll keep in touch.
All right. Thank you for having me, and stay in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.